The Forsaken Chosen. Chapter 14. The Journey Through Time. Rowan and his teammates stepped out of the cave at last, the fresh air of the outside world washing over them. Behind them came Red Hair's team and the exhausted rescue unit, their faces streaked with dust, blood, and disbelief. The battle they had just survived was one the world would speak of for generations. Rowan turned to his friends, Owen, Erica, and Lois, his expression calm but distant. "You can decide what to do with the gold and treasures we found in the cave," he said quietly. "I have something else to take care of. We'll meet again soon." Without another word, he walked away, his golden aura fading into the evening mist. At his parents' mansion, Rowan entered the silent living room and sank onto the couch. The weight of everything he had gained and everything he had lost pressed heavily on his heart. He whispered softly, "It's time to save you all." He crossed his legs on the floor, eyes closing as he gathered his energy. A circle of light formed beneath him, glowing brighter and brighter until the entire room was flooded with radiance. The walls vanished. The world around him dissolved into pure white. And when the light dimmed, Rowan was no longer in the present. He stood in the past. The sky was dark, the air filled with screams. The same town he once knew lay in chaos as people running for their lives as monstrous creatures tore through the streets. Smoke rose from burning buildings and the ground quaked beneath their feet. Rowan stopped one of the terrified citizens fleeing past him. "What's happening here?" he asked urgently. The man, trembling, gasped, "Monsters! Even the Hero Association can't stop them. We're doomed." Rowan's heart clenched. He turned, teleporting instantly toward the epicenter of the chaos. There, amid shattered walls and flames, rescue teams were desperately guiding people to safety. Then, without warning, countless monsters burst from the ground, surrounding everyone. Red Hair was already there, commanding the teams. "Evacuate those with abilities first," he ordered. "We'll hold the monsters off long enough to save the others." But as the panic grew, his voice was drowned by the roars of the creatures. Rowan scanned the terrified crowd, and his breath caught in his throat. Rina! His little sister was there, struggling to move through the chaos, calling out for help. Red Hair and his team began retreating with the ability users, leaving behind the powerless. The monsters closed in, slaughtering those who remained. One massive beast fixed its glowing eyes on Rina. It charged through the crowd, shoving bodies aside with its claws. Just as it reached her, its massive hand stretching forward. A streak of ice flashed through the air. A sword made of pure frost sliced clean through the monster's arm. Then Rowan appeared, descending from the sky like a storm, with a single wave of his hand. A shockwave of blue energy blasted through the battlefield. Hundreds of monsters were sent flying backward, crashing into walls and bursting into ash. He landed gently before Rina. Their eyes met. Her face was pale with fear, but his was trembling with tears. "Brother, why are you crying?" she whispered. "And when did you get these powers?" Rowan smiled through his tears and gently pulled her behind him. "I'll explain later," he said softly. "Right now I need to keep you safe." He turned to face the remaining monsters. His eyes glowed electric blue, his aura burning gold. With one motion of his hand, every creature turned to dust, their ashes scattering into the wind. He turned back to Rina, his face lighting up with a soft smile. "We're safe now. Come on, let's go home. I've missed you all so much. It's been a whole year." He took her hand in a flash of light. They vanished. At the Jackson family home, Mrs. Jackson was sweeping the living room when a sudden voice filled the house. "Mom." Rowan appeared out of nowhere, running straight into her arms, holding her tightly as tears streamed down his face. "I thought I'd never see you again," he whispered. "Not like this." His mother froze, blinking in confusion. "Rohan, what's wrong with you?" she asked, feeling his forehead. "Are you sick? You just went out an hour ago." Rowan smiled faintly, tears still falling. "Would you believe me," he said softly, "if I told you I'm from the future, and I'm here to save you this time?" Mrs. Jackson stared at him, speechless. The air shimmered faintly around them as if time itself was listening. To be continued.